smell is probably the sense that elicits the most memory for me. I think for most humans as well. But particularly in the Salish Sea, depending on the season, the smells are very poignant. They tend to draw me in. And what I find with senses is they're not individualized. They're all totally connected. So, I mean, when I was really young, I probably put more things in my mouth that were not food, like rocks and dirt connection, and that comes not through a chemical or a physical process like our five senses, but it is something that comes from our hearts and our kind of souls. See, is the sense of gravity, and there was research done a number of years ago that actually measured human sense of gravity, and that many of us have a fairly acute, accurate sense of gravity of how high we are above the earth. This comes up in the Salish Sea when we get to go into the water, and we get a sense of how deep the water is, and how much movement there is around us. And I think that goes back to the earlier concept of how humans use senses, and how senses aren't just embedded in like this single thing of like, I taste this or I see this. It's I use the sense, and the sense becomes part of the way I know and make meaning. And so I see it in my 4-year-old son, who communicates with animals, in a way that I've unschooled myself in, or schooled myself away from. And so there's that. I think we all have the abilities to do this, and I think about how poor we are at understanding spirituality and some of the energy that exists around us, and how it influences us, and how in many indigenous cultures they talk about ancestors helping guide the way. And I kind of wonder about that in how our senses work, and that intuitive thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now, or maybe I should walk up that hill or whatever to see something. And through that process we often discover new things about ourselves and new things about the world.